going to introduce my group members. So here is Eva, and here is Aisha. This is Adam, and this is Aiman, and lastly, I am Hazel. So we are going to talk about fundamentals of civil engineer. What is civil engineer? Civil engineer is a course that includes not only building but also roads and lastly water.
There are many subfields in civil engineering. First is environmental engineering. Environmental engineering treats biological, chemical, and thermal waste. It concentrates on water purification, wastewater and solid water treatment, air pollution, hazardous waste management, and it is also in charge of giving information on possible environmental consequences. Number 2 is geotechnical engineering. Geotechnical engineering is based on the knowledge from geology, material science, mechanics and hydraulics, and it also focuses on economical foundations, retaining walls, as well as similar structure designs. The third one is structural engineering, which provides structural designs and structural analysis of buildings such as tunnels, towers, and bridges. Next, it also identifies the kind of loads acting on structures, and it takes into account of strength, stiffness, and stability of the structure. Next is transportation engineering. The main emphasis of transportation engineering is placed on moving people and goods efficiently. Also, it pays attention to designing, constructing, and maintaining of transportation infrastructure such as streets, highway, rail systems, airports, ports, and mass transit. The fifth one is municipal engineering. This branch of civil engineering deals with the municipal infrastructure. It designs, constructs, and maintains pavement, wastewater networks, sewers, street lighting, municipal solid waste management, public parks, and bicycle paths. Last one is surveying. It is a process when a surveyor measures certain dimensions which occur on Earth's surfaces. Land surveying is used for a boundary establishing and for making subdivision plans. Construction surveying includes existing condition survey, verifying the structure location during construction, and survey at the end.
In the first week of lecture, we had introduced a little bit more about structure in structural engineering. We had learned how the forces exerted and acting in each structure of the building and how the structural system work together to provide a strong, stable and cost-effective structure of the building. The main courses related to structural engineering are structural analysis, construction materials, and structural design to maintain and stabilize the structure of the building to achieve design goals and ensure the safety for users. Typically, structure means a system designed to resist or support loading and dissipate energy by the structure of the building means to support and transmit the energy buildings, loads and force to the ground level. To ensure our understanding in this topic, we are given an assignment in a group and must be complete within a range of weeks. First of all, we did a sketch drawing of the building that shows the structural layout and dimension of the building. To make it accurate and more details, we get the real sketch of the plan from the office and also the density of each columns and the beams. After that, we list down all the columns and the beams that used in that building. Based on the approximate density and volume of each material that we get from the office, we can calculate the weight, mass, volume and force exerted on the beams and columns and roof of the buildings. To calculate the mass of the column, density is multiplied by the volume of the column, and to calculate the weight is by mass multiplied to the gravitational acceleration, which is constant values. The total weight of the building can be calculated by the summation of all weight, columns, beams and roof that has been calculated before. For the calculation of forces on the columns and the beams, we know that the beam may be loaded in a variety of ways, but we calculate them by distributed load. First step to calculate the force on the beam is by the summation of weight of the beam and the force from the slab, which is column that support the slabs. Since the beam in equilibrium, total moment of inertia and the force is equal to 0. From that, we can calculate the two side ends of the beam by sum all the forces exerted on the beam equal to 0, and the sum of the moment, which is the force times two distance apart equal to 0. From that, we get the simultaneous equation to get the values of the two side ends of the beams.
So we'll be looking at civil engineering in water coastal treatment. So we must know that 30% of Malaysian coastline is having a corrosion. For example, at Kuala Stew and Port-Dickson, and they have a lot of way to prevent water erosion, which is putting sandbag, seawalls and fence. But for our assignment in water coastal, we need to know that the meaning of purpose of dredging and reclamation. So dredging is a process of excavating material for watery environment to improve water features, rephrasing land and commercial use, while reclamation is to turn major area into a better area for various economic needs. So in this assignment, we were given a location at Kuala Besar, Kelantan, which is Sungai Kelantan. Before we did a calculation of volume of area that we need to reclamation, we decide the specification of land reclamation, which is consist of development phase slope, formation level and fill material. So to calculate the volume, we simply need to find the area using the Google form and multiply it with the height. And next, we need to decide the design for the navigation system, which is we need to know the type of the derogate system, the bottom of level and the horizontal width and the slight slope. And lastly, from that, we calculate the distance of the slope for the navigation system. So that's all from me.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The next assignment for our section is about we have to know the sewage water treatment plant, the sanitary domestic treatment plant, and lastly the water supply treatment plant. So we conduct a survey to the nearest location of our assignment, just like my hometown at Matmelo. So we also can know how they manage their system and how they improve the system to make the product more quality, such as like the security system, the cleanliness system and others. So this assignment teach us how the company manage the product and what system they are used to ensure the quality and the cleanliness of the product for our next generation.
Thus, we can conclude that civil engineer is an important job. Without a civil engineer, there will be no buildings, no roads, no highway, no new pavement to be constructed. It same goes to all the subfield in the civil engineer. As for example, structure engineer, coastal engineer, transportation engineer, a water and water treatment engineer. Without all of them, there will be no technologies in the world. As for a structure engineer, the engineer need to be precise with the load that will withstand for the building, or else the building may collapse. It same goes to the coastal engineer, which the engineer need to understand the weight that will withstand for the ground, or else the ground may sink down and go to the ocean. As for a transportation engineer, the engineer need to have a great thinking skill and critical thinking for building and urban planning, for roads, pavement, highway, or else the road will be so complicated that it will harden all the workers, all the people in the world. As for the water and water treatment, they need to feel empathy, or else the water will flow a dirty water to our house. They also need to understand how to make the water without hurting or damaging the environment. Civil engineer is not an easy task. Therefore, we need to take the responsibility for this. Thank you very much.